Hello everyone. Today I'm coming on to make something with these gorgeous Christmas papers, which are part of the Festive Treasures release, which Dawn will have in her Etsy shop coming from the 1st of September. So if you remember from the unboxing, you get 6 designs and you get 4 of each design. So I'm just quickly going to go through the papers. So they've all got this white border at the top with the possibility of using these you could cut this off and make a Christmas card with it, or you can cut them out, fussy cut them out and make tags with them. You can do all sorts of things. So anyway, so I'm just going to show you the papers quickly. So there's this one with the Christmas trees and this border of Christmas trees at the top, which is gorgeous. There's the stars with Merry Christmas at the top. Then there's this Christmas wreath one with 3 Christmas wreaths at the top. There's another one with Christmas wreaths at the top, but this time we've got a Christmas tree in the corner. We've got this one which has got stars at the top and this gorgeous background of green and red splodges. And finally we've got this one, which is Christmas wreaths that look like postage stamps, so you could actually fussy cut all of these out if you wanted to and make tags or whatever with them. So anyway, so I'm going to show you what I've made, and then I'm going to show you how I made it. I'll also be bringing in some elements from the Festive Critters fussy cutting sheet. I have cut them all out, so I can't show you, but they're absolutely gorgeous. So there's a squirrel, there's a deer, a fox, a rabbit and a raccoon, and then they're all together here, and then they're all together again but with a Christmas tree. And they're all wearing Santa hats, but I can't show you the whole pages of those because I've already cut into them. So what I want to make today is this Christmas gift bag. So I thought, when I saw the papers, I thought that they were perfect. So I had so I've used 2 sheets of the A4 paper because although you can make a bag out of 1 sheet of A4, it would have meant using the paper this way and putting the fold here. So, and as the papers are unidirectional, that wouldn't work. So I'm going to use these 2 pieces of paper, these 2, and I've already gone ahead and I've scored 1/4 of an inch down one side and folded it in, and I've put some double-sided sticky tape on the whole length of that. That's just to make it a bit shorter because I've got to join these 2 pieces together. And so you want the piece to be you want the fold line to be on opposite sides. You don't want both fold lines on the same side, obviously, because otherwise you won't have to stick them together. And so I'm just going to line this up and stick it down. And I thought the best thing to use was the double-sided sellotape because I haven't done this very well. Sorry. Well, it will have to do. Because you don't want glue running onto your onto the paper inside, because then it would stick. But as you can see, I haven't done this very well, so I'm just going to cut this bit off if I can. Let's see if I can try with the bigger scissors. I always find it a bit difficult to do this trimming lark. You do have to be a bit careful with these papers because first of all they're quite thick, and secondly if you fold them you do get a bit of loss of pigment on them, but it all kind of lends itself to the shabby chicness of it. So let's just see, there we go. Right, okay, so that should be all right. So that's one side, so I'm just going to do the other side. So of course now this side is going to stick out as well, but I think I'm going to try and line it up properly. I think it's always good to see mistakes, isn't it? So that's how we learn. What I usually do when I'm doing something like this is only bring the release paper a short way along the edge, along the tape, until I'm absolutely sure that I've got everything as I want it to be. So I'm just going to line this up as best I can. There, and then just make sure that the rest of it is lined up, and then I'm just going to pull the release tape away, and there we are. So there we are. So that's our bag beginning to take shape. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up about 2 inches at the bottom. Okay, so like this, and I'm going to score here. I don't want to score too much, as I said, because you can see from this paper when I've handled it quite a bit that it looks a bit scuffed, but this is also because I made a mistake with this bag. So yeah, so I've learned from my mistakes, and so I'm going to show. So once we've folded it along there, we want to open it up so that this crease goes along the center line here, and you're forming 2 triangles there, and 2 triangles here, making sure that as far as possible this is straight. Okay, so you get something like that, and then you fold one end over so that it just goes over the central line. So there's the central score line. So we don't want it to go like that. We want it to go slightly over, maybe 1/4 inch over, and then we're just going to score that down, and then we're going to do the same again and bring the other side, so it's about 1/4 inch over, and that will be okay. And then that looks about right, and then we're going to stick this down, but this time I'm going to use some glue. Where's my glue? So because we want to stick these bits down as well, these triangular bits, because otherwise you get a hole in the, and then so we're going to stick that down like that, and then we're going to stick that down like that, and we're going to put some glue here. Put some glue inside here. Now this paper is quite thick, so although it produces a nice strong bag, it is a bit thick, a bit stringy. Just get a cloth to wipe off the glue. Right, okay, so far so good, and now we just have to do the gussets. So to do the gusset, you can see that where this point is here, okay, we're going to fold this over so that it lines up with so that it lines up with this line here, and we're going to do that on both sides so that that lines up. Okay. Bags are actually really quite easy to make. They're so expensive in the shops, aren't they? My goodness me. So right, so that is everything that we've done. Now we just have to make sure that the bag is as it should be. So you put your hand inside and you open it up, and then this bit which has been folded, you do a mountain and valley fold down the side of the bag, and because you've got a little triangle here, that should just fold in on itself. So okay, let's just do the other side. So push this one in, push that in, and bring that out. Okay, so I'm going to bring that out. That's it. So there we have our bag. Okay. So there we have our bag. So put my hand in. You see, so everything is there, and because I joined it on the sides, you can't actually see where the join is. It's hidden in the gusset, because obviously you could have joined it and put the join line down the back or at the front, but that wouldn't have looked so nice. So now I'm just going to use a regular hole puncher to put some holes in the top of the bag, like so. And before we do anything else, I'm just going to fold it flat, and I'm going to stick on some critters. So I've got this cute bear, rabbit, sorry, and the raccoon. I don't think they're really cute, and the little squirrels. I thought of sticking them on like that. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to stick them down. This is actually art glitter glue. The fussy cutting elements of this collection, so these little creatures, are really easy to cut out. Very simple lines. So you know, even the worst fussy cutter won't have any problems. So you know, don't be afraid of using them, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I think John's been very clever. This is quite a different kit from the last releases, as you'll see as we make more things. So that's 2, and I'm just going to put the squirrel down. I don't know if I told you that this is art glitter glue that I'm using here. So I'm quite new to art glitter glue, but I must say I'm enjoying using it. And I found this little squeezy bottle where it doesn't clog up, so that's great. So there we are. So that's the front of the bag, and now I'm just going to put some ribbon here. So I've got this red ribbon, and I just want to make a handle. So I want it to go across the back and enough to make a handle. So maybe like that should be enough. And I'll just measure another piece using this. Okay, so you can make the handles with whatever you want. You can use string, you can use paper, you can use whatever you like, but I decided to use ribbon. And the easiest way I found to do this was just to tie a knot, left over right, right over left. So I think that's called I never remember, a reef knot. Is it a reef knot? So anyway, it doesn't undo when you pull it. So there's one handle, and then I'll just put the other in, and I just want to make sure that the handles are more or less the same length before I tie that knot. So again, left over right, oops, and right over left. I think that's a reef knot, isn't it? And the other's a slip knot, or the other way around. So there we are. So there's our bag, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon with more exciting projects using this collection or the autumn collection, which is also being released at the same time. Perhaps we might think it's a bit early for Christmas, but we know what it's like, don't we? When life runs away with us. So I think having the border at the top of the bag is really nice. You'll see that this other bag is slightly smaller. That's because I made a mistake at the bottom. I did the side bits first and then I folded it up, so of course it didn't fold properly, so I had to cut the bottom off and redo it, but it's worked. And you can make bags any size following this pattern. See if I've got anything. Let me have a look. Well, I've got this piece of paper here, for example. So this is an A4 piece of paper, and if you only wanted to make a small bag, all you have to do is fold over a little bit, like 1/4 inch or maybe a bit more. Fold over a little bit, and I don't want you to see what's on this piece of paper, and then you just fold it like that, so that this edge goes to the inside of the crease, and then you can just glue it down. But I couldn't do that with mine because I was joining two pieces together, so to make it a bit bigger. But you can see, all you need is an oblong piece of paper of various dimensions, so you can make them as big or as little as you like. So once that's glued down, you just follow the same directions of folding this up, opening it out, etc., etc., folding these sides in and putting the closure at the top. So they can be short and dumpy, they can be long and thin, all sorts, so that's up, so it's an easy way to make a bag to fit whatever it is you want to put in it. So there we are. So thank you all for watching. I'll leave you with my two bags. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.